The Hellfire Club of Ireland, the dark secrets of Montpelier Hill. High above the city of Dublin, overlooking the sprawling countryside and the distant Irish Sea, stands the crumbling remains of one of Ireland's most feared and infamous buildings. Known simply as the Hellfire Club, this ruined hunting lodge sits atop Montpelier Hill, a lonely and windswept peak that has terrified locals for centuries. By daylight, the structure appears as little more than a weathered ruin of grey stone. But when darkness falls and the cold winds begin to howl across the hilltop, many believe something far older and darker awakens within its shattered walls. The story begins in the early 18th century when Irish politician William Connolly ordered the construction of a hunting lodge on the summit of Montpelier Hill. Laborers gathering materials for the building reportedly dismantled an ancient prehistoric passage tomb that had stood on the hill for thousands of years. Massive stones from the sacred monument were incorporated directly into the lodge's walls and foundations. Almost immediately, strange stories began to circulate among the workers. Sudden accidents plagued the construction. Violent storms appeared without warning. Livestock grazing nearby became agitated and refused to approach the hill. Many local villagers believed the destruction of the ancient burial site had disturbed powerful spirits that had slept undisturbed for millennia. Some warned that the builders had committed a terrible act by desecrating ground considered sacred long before recorded history. According to local legend, the consequences came swiftly. Not long after the lodge was completed, mysterious fires reportedly damaged sections of the building. Strange noises echoed through empty rooms. Servants complained of footsteps in corridors when nobody else was present. Others described hearing whispers carried by the wind through cracks in the stone walls. Fear spread among nearby communities, and many began avoiding the hill altogether after sunset. Yet the building's darkest chapter was only beginning. In the 1730s, the lodge became associated with a notorious group of wealthy aristocrats known as the Hellfire Club. These men were members of Ireland's upper class, but their gatherings shocked even the standards of the era. Historical records suggest that the club engaged in heavy drinking, gambling, and scandalous behavior. However, over time, rumors transformed their reputation into something far more sinister. Stories spread that the members conducted black masses and satanic ceremonies inside the lodge. Villagers claimed strange lights could be seen glowing from the windows during the dead of night. Witnesses reported hearing screams carried on the wind from the hilltop. Some swore they saw hooded figures moving through the darkness, gathering around bonfires whose flames burned an unnatural color. One of the most famous legends tells of a stormy night when a mysterious stranger arrived at the lodge seeking shelter. The club members welcomed him inside and invited him to join a card game. As the evening progressed, one player accidentally dropped a card beneath the table. When he bent down to retrieve it, he allegedly noticed that the stranger possessed cloven hooves instead of human feet. The terrified player looked up and met the stranger's eyes. According to the tale, the visitor suddenly burst into flames and vanished through the roof in a blinding flash of fire. The assembled guests reportedly realized they had spent the evening gambling with the devil himself. The story became one of Ireland's most enduring supernatural legends and remains associated with the Hellfire Club to this day. Another chilling tale concerns a young farmer who wandered onto Montpelier Hill after sunset. As darkness settled across the countryside, he reportedly became lost in a thick fog. Through the mist he spotted lights shining from the lodge and approached, hoping to find help. Inside, he discovered a lavish banquet attended by elegantly dressed guests. Music filled the air. The tables overflowed with food and wine. The visitors welcomed him warmly and encouraged him to join their celebration. The farmer ate and drank until exhaustion overtook him. When he awoke the following morning, he found himself lying alone on the cold stone floor of the ruined lodge. The magnificent banquet hall had vanished. The guests were gone. The tables were nothing more than broken rubble. Worse still, his hair had turned completely white overnight. Terrified, he fled down the hill and reportedly never returned. As the decades passed, reports of strange encounters continued. Travelers described hearing disembodied laughter echoing across the hillside long after midnight. Others claimed to see shadowy figures standing motionless among the ruins before disappearing when approached. Hikers reported sudden feelings of dread, nausea, or panic upon entering certain sections of the building. Some visitors alleged that electronic devices malfunctioned unexpectedly, while cameras captured unexplained shapes and shadows. One of the most feared apparitions associated with the Hellfire Club is a massive black cat. Witnesses have described a creature larger than any ordinary feline, with glowing eyes and an unnatural presence. According to local folklore, this beast may be the spirit of an animal sacrificed during occult rituals centuries ago. Numerous visitors have claimed to encounter the creature watching silently from dark corners of the ruins before vanishing into thin air. Paranormal investigators have repeatedly visited Montpelier Hill hoping to uncover evidence of supernatural activity. Many report strange sounds, sudden temperature drops, and feelings of being watched. While skeptics attribute such experiences to the isolated location, psychological suggestion, and the eerie atmosphere of the ancient structure, believers argue that the hill's long history of dark legends cannot be easily dismissed. Today, the ruined Hellfire Club remains one of Ireland's most notorious haunted locations. Thousands of visitors climb Montpelier Hill every year seeking breathtaking views of Dublin and a glimpse into its sinister past. Yet even now, locals often warn newcomers not to linger after sunset. As darkness falls over the hill, the ruined lodge transforms. The wind whistles through broken windows. Shadows gather among the ancient stones. The city lights shimmer far below, while the old walls stand silent against the night sky. Whether the legends are merely folklore or echoes of something genuinely unexplained remains uncertain. But for more than 3 centuries, one question has refused to die. What truly happened inside the Hellfire Club? And if the ancient spirits disturbed during its construction still wander Montpelier Hill, perhaps some secrets were never meant to be uncovered.